extra time.
Virat, the way he goes about his business is very infectious, and he drags a lot of people with him. They've also got a lot of depth, not only in their batting but in their bowling as well. They've got bowlers that can win Test cricket in all conditions, as they've shown when they've been in Australia.
2 घंटे में delivery, wish you a speedy recovery. कोई भी दवा अब नहीं करो miss. दवाई चाहिए ASAP तो बस एक Apollo 24/7 डिलीवर करे आपकी पूरी प्रिस्क्रिप्शन सिर्फ 2 घंटों में.
You say that you're disappointed, I suppose, to be pigeonholed by the previous chairman of selectors as an overseas player. But having said that, there's a tour to Australia coming up this winter, a place you did pretty well 4 years ago. So I'm guessing you quite fancy another crack down there.
Oh, I'd love to have another crack down there. It was obviously a disappointing tour not to have won a game, but to have got some runs was nice. I'd love to have another crack there. I'd love to have another crack here. But the only way I'm getting to Australia, I guess, is whether I earn the right here in these 3 games or if I play these 3 games to sort of earn the right to go to Australia. But it would be fantastic if I do earn the right to have a crack down in Australia.
And just the last time you played, I think one of the sort of factors in you being dropped were a couple of catches that you put down. Is that your memory of that as well?
Yeah, I can't forget that, actually. I don't think I could forget dropping Virat 2 or 3 times and getting 150. So that wasn't one of my best memories of Test cricket, I can imagine. But that just shows you that's Test cricket. Just it's amazing that just before your time ends, how things like that do go wrong. It's you sort of stop scoring runs, you drop catches, everything sort of seems to fall apart. But yeah, it's not the best memory.
Since then, what do you think has changed in Indian cricket, in Indian Test cricket team? Why have they become so intimidating all of a sudden?
Well, I think they're very well led. I think Virat, the way he goes about his business is very infectious, and he drags a lot of people with him. They've also got a lot of depth, not only in their batting but in their bowling as well. They've got bowlers that can win Test cricket in all conditions, as they've shown when they've been in Australia and they've been obviously here in the last Test match. So they just have a lot of depth, and they're fantastic competitors.
I guess we could start with how you felt really when you got that call and found out that you were going to be getting those England whites on again after a little while out.
Yeah, unbelievable feeling. There's been obviously a bit of talk in the press, but I haven't really heard anything as such from England. So to get that call was obviously fantastic. I think my worry at the time was where I'm getting the day off. I think if we'd won that semi-final, the playoff in the 100, I would have had 12 days in the trot if I played the Test. So I was sort of a bit worried about that and a bit worried about how I'm going to face up to that red ball. But yeah, look, it's exciting. It's always great to get a call to play for your country.
Yeah, I mean, it's unusual circumstances, I guess, to come into a Test match having played in very short form cricket. How are you feeling? Are you well prepped after a couple of days with the lads?
Yeah, it's been good. These 3 days have probably been the best I've had training wise since sort of coming out of quarantine, with all the COVID stuff and so, the scheduling and stuff. It's been, it's really tough to get more than a day or 2 of training in. So to be able to get a good workload in here has been really, really good.
Do you feel that playing the white ball stuff, high profile games for England has been a help in terms of coming back and playing, the intensity of Test cricket? And at the same time, are you at all concerned that you really haven't played that much red ball cricket? Is it 4 games in 2 years, something like that? I wondered how they offset each other, basically.
Yeah, I think playing in international cricket sort of keeps you up and with the pace of international cricket. You can play all the domestic cricket you want, but it's such a total different game. It's a total different intensity, total different scrutiny on it, and it's a total different sort of bowling set that you face as well, whether that be white ball cricket or red ball cricket. So I think playing the white ball cricket at that level, under that pressure, that scrutiny, I think that does help you to stay in and around the mix. Once again, that doesn't guarantee you runs to play in a different format, whether that be Test cricket from 50 over cricket or 2020 to Test cricket doesn't guarantee you any runs or form. But I think from a mental point of view, it probably helps you slightly to be used to the pressures that come with it. But once again, there's no guarantees of that. And sorry, what was the second question, George?
It was about, I guess, not having played a lot of red ball cricket, and obviously technically it's quite different with the lateral movement and what have you, whether that's a concern at all.
Yeah, it is. Like, it's, I think we all know how tough English conditions can be at times. It's also a great place to bat once you get in, as Joe Root has shown in all these tests. Even there's a little bit of nibble, he gets in and he scores big. And I think that's the challenge for all of us. Yes, not playing a lot of red ball cricket probably doesn't help with the rhythms and what have you, and the flows of Test cricket. But look, that's the challenge that we as players have. If we're here, we believe we're good enough, and it's up to us to find a way of doing it and actually being able to find a way of batting for long periods of time. Just a good 30 or a good 60 here and there is probably not good enough, really, is it? It's you want to score those big hundreds, and to do that, you probably have to bat for a day and a half. I think that's where the challenge comes when you don't play a lot of red ball cricket. But I don't think we'd be here if we didn't believe we could do it.
It's similar to what's already been asked, actually, but as has been touched on, you were playing the 100 as recently as the weekend. Is that any sort of preparation for a vital Test match?
Look, I think it just is what it is at the moment with, COVID and with scheduling and the way it is. Obviously the English summer is really tough to find a lot of cricket and to fit the schedule in. I understand that it can't be easy from an ECB or a scheduling point of view to get all those things right. But unfortunately, that's just the way it is. And we as players probably just have to get on with it.
I mean, the last time you played for England, you were a Middlesex player. You've obviously made the move up here. I mean, just a little word on how that may have helped you and the fact that you're going to be playing now, I guess, on your home ground, where the last time you played, you got 199 in a red ball game.
Yeah, slightly different attack I played against then, I must admit. But yeah, look, it's been fantastic. The move up here has really refreshed me. It's been fantastic. I needed a move. I needed a change, and the change has done me really well. I'm not saying I've scored more or less runs since I've moved. That's not it. But it's just from a freshness point of view, a new challenge, a new set of people. Thoroughly enjoyable, and I've been looked after absolutely fantastically well by Yorkshire in the 2 years that I've been here.
Oh, hi, Dawid. Do you have a specific different approach to batting at number 3? And is that what are the challenges of that position, do you think?
Yeah, it's actually not something I've done a lot of in my career in red ball cricket. I might have done it 25 or 30 times. I try and play the same way. However I play, I try and defend late. I try and leave as well as I can, and I try and put the bad ball away. And I don't think that changes much in the position. If they bowl me 30 good balls and I manage to survive those 30 good balls, then hopefully in the next 30 you get some bad balls. So it's obviously the ball's slightly newer, fresher bowlers, so it'll be a different challenge. But I just walk out and I play the same way as I would batting at 4, where I've batted the majority of my career in domestic cricket. And hopefully what I have is good enough to succeed.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.